Fall is officially here, and we're starting off with the Harvest Festival event. Today we're running through this whole event and tips and tricks you need to know to maximize on it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So this event is going to be going down October 12th at 10 a.m. to October 17th at 8 p.m. your local time. Bonuses during the event, Mossy Lure modules will be activated for 2 hours instead of 1, and Mossy Lure modules will have a higher chance of attracting Punkaboo. Also, trainers will get extra Punkaboo candies when catching Punkaboo, so yeah, this event's all about Punkaboo. During that, we're gonna have Pokestop showcases for the new Pokemon Smoliv, as well as Punkaboo and Gourgeist in the second half, so 2 separate Pokestop showcases. And all these Pokemon will be available in the wild as well to enter into the showcases. So for wild spawns, we're gonna see Bellsprout, Sunkern, Execute, Wurmple, Combi, Swaddle, Cottony, Peddle, Red Flower, Yellow Flower, and Blue Flower Flabebe, of course appearing in their respective regions, Punkaboo, Bounsweet, and of course the new Smoliv. There'll also be some exclusive field research tasks getting you encounters with all 3 forms of the Burmy, Punkaboo, or Smoliv. Also, there'll be a collection challenge you can go ahead and complete during the event that can get you XP, Stardust, and Mossy Lures, as well as if you bought the $5 Ticket of Treats ticket for the month of October, you'll get access to an exclusive timed research story during this event you can go ahead and complete. I don't know what any of the tasks are because I have to record this video early because I'm in Barcelona right now, so I'll leave in the pinned comments where you can find all the research and what the exact tasks are if you're curious about that. Okay, with the event details out of the way, let's get right into the tips, starting with, of course, the best spawns to go after during this event, and there's actually some decent ones. Starting off with Bellsprout, which you can evolve all the way up into Victory Bell. Victory Bell, and more specifically Shadow Victory Bell, is a very good Great League Pokemon, so a great chance to get some candies and XL candies for this Pokemon. We also have Combi in there, which when you catch a Combi, you get 750 Stardust, so definitely catch those Combis in the wild to grind Stardust. Cottony's also in there, which Cottony is a good little cup Pokemon, one of the best, so definitely get yourself a good IV one. And Peddle's in there, which evolves into Lilligant, but more so we want to look at Hisuian Lilligant, which could come to the game in the future, and we could potentially evolve our Peddles into those if it doesn't get dropped in raids, so it could be worth prepping through that Peddle. We also have the Flabebe in there. Flabebe evolves all the way up into Florges. Florges really good in the Master Premier Cup, and also you could say the Master League. Overall, a great Pokemon to have for those higher leagues. I still need 100% IV one. Finally, that moves us into the new Pokemon Smoliv, which evolves all the way up into Dolliv, which evolves into Arboliva. I hope you like olives. Let's talk about if this Pokemon is going to be any good. So as far as raids go, Arboliva is going to be the number 15 overall. No Mega, no Legendaries, no Mythicals, no Ultra Beasts, and no Shadow Pokemon Grass type raid attacker. So yeah, not good at all. It is number 15 in the budget category. So yeah, not really grabbing this Pokemon for raids. In PvP as well, it's not going to see much play. Taking a quick overall look at its matchups in the Great League, as you can see here, X's are going to be Pokemon it beats. Of course, it beats Carbink, it's good against that. It destroys Swampert, being double weak to grass. It beats Sableye, which is actually pretty good to know, and it also beats Quagsire and Jellicent, 2 other water-type Pokemon. So overall, I find when a Pokemon is only beating things it should beat, it's usually not good. Then if we want to take a look at the Ultra League, then again, only really beating the water types, Tapu Fini, Swampert, Golisopod, Jellicent. Yeah, overall not doing that great. Now this Pokemon does have some decent stats overall, with an attack of 219, defense of 189, and stamina of 186. So with a move update, we could see this Pokemon being a little bit better in the Great League and the Ultra League, and more specifically, decent in some Great League Cups. It kind of works similar to Meganium, I find, with a very similar grass and ground moveset. But for now, this Pokemon is just a Dex entry. Grab some just in case it might get good in the future. And when I say grab some, I more mean grab some candy for this Pokemon, because we don't know how often it's going to be spawning. So let's go through our candy tips on how to grind a lot of candy during this event. Starting with using Pineapple Berries, you can use regular Pineapple Berries to multiply your catch candy by 2 and Silvers by 2.34. So definitely go ahead and pop those Pineapple Berries on those rare spawns and Pokemon you want candies for, specifically things like Flabebe. You can also Mega Evolve a Pokemon. If you don't know when you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, any Pokemon you catch that shares a type with that Mega, you'll get 1 extra candy, higher chance of getting XL candy, and more XP for catching Pokemon of that type. This event is clearly a grass type focused event, so it's going to be worth for you to Mega Evolve your highest level grass type Mega. Either Mega Venusaur, Mega Sceptile, Mega Abomasnow, or Primal Groudon. Mega Evolve any of those Pokemon and you will get extra candies during this event. Make sure you have one of them Mega Evolved anytime you go out to grind. Now, once you're done grinding, what you can do is trade Pokemon, because if you don't know when you trade away a Pokemon, if the distance between where those 2 Pokemon were caught is over 100 kilometers, you'll get a guaranteed XL candy for those Pokemon. So for example, if I were to save a bunch of the Flabebes I catched during this event, which is really the only Pokemon you want XL candies for, then find a friend who just recently went on a trip, maybe they're in Toronto, I'm in Ottawa, we can go ahead and trade our Ottawa Cop Pokemon for their Toronto Cop drop Pokemon and grind a lot of XL candies. Finally, that moves us into the final tip, transferring Pokemon. Now, at the time you're watching this video, I'm not sure if we have the details for the Halloween event in Pokemon Go, but my guess is that we might get some sort of transfer candy bonus where we get 2x transfer candy during the Halloween event. If that doesn't happen, just wait until November for a transfer candy spotlight hour. My tip here is generally just hold the Pokemon you want extra candy for a 2x transfer candy spotlight hour or event. I will announce it here on the channel when it does come, so you can transfer then. It's a quick tip to get extra candies for transferring. Finally, that moves us into our last section, which is going to be our platinum medal tips. You need 35 platinum medals to go from level 48 to 49 in Pokemon Go, and you want to get on it if you're not near that because these medals are not easy to get. What are the best ones though to get during this event? Starting with, of course, the Gardener medal, catch 2,500 grass types. We have so many grass types during this event. We even have Flabébés in the wild. If you're working on your Fairy Tail Girl medal, you can catch the Flabébés to work on that. I'll also mention the Picnicker medal. Use a lure module to help any trainer catch 2,500 Pokemon. It's the Harvest Festival event, and we do have those 2-hour Mossy lure modules. So if you do end up dropping them, there's a higher chance that trainers will be wandering by, catching Pokemon off of your Mossy lure you just dropped to help you work on this medal. And the final medal I'll mention is going to be the Showcase Star Medal. Win 100 Pokestop showcases. We have 2 batches of Pokestop showcases during this event. First one is going to be from the 12th to the 13th for Smoliv, and then the 16th to the 17th for Punkaboo and Gorgas. During this event, I recommend catching as many Smolivs and as many Punkaboos or Gorgaises as you can to try to stock them up to win these showcases. Now, my showcase tips to win these showcase battles is going to be 2 things. Number 1 is going to be find the showcases that have less people. Unfortunately, like Pokemon Go is, its showcases are just geared towards people in rural areas because it's really hard to win a showcase in a big city where there's a lot more competition. So if you can go out to your rural area, local area, even if you don't live in a local area, drive out of the city, try to find a showcase that not a lot of people enter. You'll have a higher chance of winning those, so you can drop in then. When I do recommend dropping in, by the way, is going to be near the end of the Pokestop showcases. Why? Because generally people can switch out their Pokemon in the showcases if they see that they're losing and when they catch a bigger one. But what you can do is come to near the end of the showcase and drop in right, 2 hours, an hour before the end of the showcase, where there's a small chance that the people are checking their Pokemon and making sure they're still in first place. I call this sniping the showcase win, where you drop in right at the end to try to take that victory. You could also just drop in early and then change out your Pokemon in the last hour to try to take the first spot. Either kind of works, but just generally being more active near the end of showcases, less people will be active and you have a higher chance of winning. And with that being said, guys, that is my tips for the Harvest Festival event. Overall, another casual event here in October, but we are going to be going into the Halloween event part 1 and part 2 as the next 2 events, which are going to be absolute bangers. So take it slow, get ready for it, save your Pokeballs if you can, because those 2 events are usually some of the best of the year and you want to be ready for those. So enjoy this event while you can, but get ready for some madness. See you in the next one, guys. Follow for more tips. Peace.